Start lying on your back with your feet on the ground and your knees bent up towards the ceiling. Relax your arms on the floor and settle your shoulders into the ground. Take a few breaths and get ready for a pretty active practice. Drop your knees from side to side, quickly right to left. Flip your knees over your feet, just like windshield wipers. Take about 5 per side. And on your fifth one, you'll drop your knees over to the left and press up onto your left forearm into a side sit at the top. Switch to the right side and just go back and forth 3 times per side, making sure to settle your hips both to the ground as you come up to your seated position. When your knees are pointed to the right, you can stay there at the top, post your arms behind you, and go through some side sit reverses. Flip your knees over your feet, just like you did when you were on the ground. Take about 5 per side, and then switch into side sit swivels. You'll pick your feet up off the ground and flip your knees from right to left to come into your seated position. Again, be sure to settle both hips to the ground so you're fully seated at the end of each position. I'm going to enter into some fun transitions here. So point your knees to the right the next time you get there, and you'll flip them over to the left, rock onto your left side and all the way down to the ground to a prone position. Reverse your position back up to seated. When you get up to the top, your knees will flip back over to the right, and you'll swivel them to the left and come down to the left. We'll switch and try that on the other side. Point your knees to the left, flip them over to the right, and come down to lying on your belly on your right side. Press back up and into your side sit with your knees pointed to the left. Take 3 of those, and then we're going to combine going right and left in the same motion. Start with your knees pointed to the right, flip them over and come down onto the left. Press back up and swivel all the way over and through and onto your right side and down to the floor. Keep taking those transitions over and across. Use more or less strength to press up from the ground depending on what your body needs. You can stay down after this next one and support yourself up on your forearms. Drive your left knee up towards your left elbow, just to work through a little bit of hip strength and lateral torso strength. Take 4 or 5 on one side, and then switch over to your right side. Drive your knee up towards your elbow. Bring your knee up one more time and match it with the other one, your knees out wide. Come up onto your hands and just relax into this posted position with wide knees, kind of like frog legs. You can rock forward and back a few times if you want. That feels like it's going to settle you a little bit deeper into the stretch or give you a little bit more comfort. Just hang out here and relax and enjoy the sensation of your hips in this position. Straighten your legs back behind you. You can bring your knees to the ground if you want. We'll take an upward facing dog here. Press down strong through your arms. Reach your head back and we'll take some chin tucks. So drop your head back behind you and then tuck your chin down to your chest. Keep the strength in your arms and lift through your legs so that your low back is supported. Switch your neck movements and look right and left over each shoulder. Find your feet behind you with your gaze. Drop to your knees and press back to a child's pose. Hang out for one breath and then come back forward into just a modified up dog with your knees on the ground. Alternate between your child's pose and this modified upward facing dog. Just a reset for your hips, coming from this extended position into a folded position. And then settle into your child's pose. We'll take a few breaths here to end the practice.